Okay, this is the moulding technique for scrolls. So from that fruited dough, we get some hot cross buns, and then we also get a scroll. So I've got here my dough piece, a little bit of flour, and this is a 1.5 kg piece of dough. Push it out. So this has had its 10-minute recovery. And now I'm going to pin this out. So when I'm pinning, just hear the gas bubbles, degassing this dough piece. And I want to roll it to about 60 by 40. Now that, reference for that is one of our trays. So our baking trays are 60 centimetres by 40 centimetres. Now the trick with this is don't let the dough stick to the bench. Okay, we want to be able to move that dough piece around because then we're going to roll it up, make scrolls. Again, push it out. Right. Sure it's anchored in place. And you can see it's pretty close. Okay, so just use that as a reference. I'm going to use some custard. And also some oranges. So these are the oranges that were cooked in heavily salted water. Then a blast chill. And then sliced. And then poached. Then air dried in a dehydrator. And that is in this dough actually. And also I'm going to put some also in this scroll. So I'm just spreading out custard. Then laying down the orange pieces. And I'm just positioning the orange pieces that every slice or every portion will have a bit of orange. So if I stagger them, what I mean by that is that when I roll it up, every time I cut a piece, each piece will have a piece of orange. Now I don't want so much in there that it becomes overpowering. Okay, so now the same technique, over, push back. Okay, start with that first and establish that wheel. So now I'm going to push back, roll, push back. See how I roll? And then stretch it. And this will maintain the tension that I'm talking about. So roll, push back, roll, stretch, roll. All right. So now I've got my scroll. Now I'm going to just make this consistent. So I'm going to use, I'm not pressing down, I'm using my palm to create a pinch and a stretch. Okay. So now I want to establish the halfway point. And just use, you could use a rock ruler, I'm just using my knife, and it's about there, to find half. And I'm going to saw that. Let it shrink back. And then I'm going to locate half again. Shrink back. And I'm going to locate half again. Yep. Make sure that, giving it a chance to shrink back so I don't have sizes that are very big and small. Now, each one now I'm going to cut into three. 3, 6, 9, 18, we've got there 24 it should be. So now I'm going to slice these in three. So I'm using a serrated knife. Normally bakers use, their scraper. I just find this, it allows, I can cut right through that hard orange rind. And the pieces are very nice and clean looking on the top. They're not, the custard hasn't mushed. So now I'm going to position these in the tray. And what I try and do when I position them is that the actual join, which is here, I always place that on the inside so that it's not going to unspool. So the join. I'm going to go 6 rows. So I'm just going to work out what that looks like. 2, 3. 5, 6. Just making sure that I come in the tray, right? So that when this dough expands, it's not going to go over the sides of the tray, which is very problematic. Now, next row, making the join on the inside. Now, the proof time for these will be similar to a bread roll or to a hot cross bun. You know, the dough piece is about the same size, about 80 grams. Now, I've got this odd shaped one. I'm going to put that always in the middle. And they are now ready for proof and bake. So that is the scroll, which goes with the hot cross buns.